Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Leatherman Rebar. So the Leatherman Rebar is a mid-priced, full-size Leatherman tool that features all locking tools while also being in a more compact form factor in comparison to other tools in its price and size range. I like to think of the Leatherman Rebar as the most modernized version of the original Leatherman tool design, that being the PST. As you can see, they're very similar in size, design, and build. Before we dive deeper into my review of the Leatherman Rebar, I have to give a big thanks to my friends over at Huckberry for sending this rebar my way. Huckberry is an online shop and journal that brings people the best new brands, gear, and stories to inspire you. Huckberry is a great fit for me since they have a great selection of clothing, footwear, as well as EDC gear like knife and multi-tools. They offer a number of quality exclusive house brands, as well as some of my favorite third-party brands like Leatherman and New Balance. If you'd like to check out what Huckberry has to offer, I've left an affiliate link down in the description. I'll start off with the standard size comparison. I'll flash up the specs of the rebar on screen. First up, let's compare it up against the Leatherman PST, which is the tool pretty much all Leatherman tools are based on, but as I said before, it's basically the more modernized version of the PST design. Here it is up against the Leatherman Signal, the outdoor survival Leatherman tool. Here it is up against the Leatherman Charge and pretty much the Leatherman Wave as well. As you can see, the rebar is a bit smaller and thinner than the Leatherman Charge and is definitely smaller than the Signal. Here it is up against the Leatherman Surge, the bigger version of the Wave. Here it is up against the Leatherman Skeletal, a lightweight and compact multi-tool. Here it is up against the Leatherman Free Series, specifically the Leatherman 40th Anniversary tool. And lastly, here it is up against the Leatherman Style PS, a keychain TSA friendly size multi-tool. As you can see, the Leatherman Rebar is definitely a mid-size multi-tool, but it is smaller in contrast to similar tools in its size category. As you can see, it's thinner than the Leatherman Charge, and the overall footprint is smaller and is more compact. Like most Leatherman tools, the rebar comes with the Leatherman nylon sheath. It's made in China, but still pretty solid. It has a button closure, and it does have a belt loop on the back, so of course you can carry the tool on your belt, because unfortunately the rebar does not feature a pocket clip. Similar to the original PST, the rebar does not feature any outside accessible tools, except of course if you count the ruler. The rebar features both an inch and centimeter ruler, and to use it you basically gotta open up the plier handles like this, and then boom, you have access to the ruler. On one side you have an inch ruler that goes up to 8 inches, and on the other side you have a centimeter ruler that goes up to 20 centimeters. The first tool I'll go over is the main tool of pretty much all Leatherman tools, and that is the pliers. The rebar features both regular and needle nose pliers, and in the plier head features replaceable, regular, and hard wire cutters. At the bottom of the plier head, near the handles right here, is also a wire crimper. A big improvement over the PST has got to be in the handles. As you can see, the edges on the plier handles are curved to minimize hot spots when utilizing the pliers. All of the tools are inside the handles and are all locking, which is another big improvement over the PST. The first tool is the 420HC knife blade. The knife blade, along with all of the tools, are all locking, which is nice. Simply open the tool all the way, and then as you can see, the mechanism is engaged and the knife blade is locked. And to unlock it, press down on the outside tab and then slide the tool closed. To use each of the tools in the best configuration, open the tool all the way and then close the plier handles back down, and then boom. 420HC is an American-made steel that excels in toughness, has good corrosion resistance, and while it does lack in edge retention, is very easy to sharpen. One downside to the Leatherman Rebar, the PST, and tools similar to them is the fact that because the knife blade is accessed through the inside, when you open up the tool and then close it, you do not have that good of a clearance when using using the knife blade, in contrast to more modern Leatherman tools with the outside accessible knife blade with a lot better clearance. And then the next tool on the same side is a combination file. You have both a criss cut and a side cross file, as well as an edge file on the edge. This is great for filing down wood and metal. And next up is an awl, reamer, and sewing eye. This is great to be utilized as essentially a manual drill. It's great for puncturing and penetrating things, as well as looping string through if you're trying to get through smaller holes. And then next up, you have both a large and flathead screwdriver. The large flathead screwdriver is also good for light prying tasks. And lastly, on this side of the handle is actually a lanyard hole. The lanyard hole actually does not lock, but is a nice carrying feature since the rebar doesn't have a pocket clip. Simply open it up and then boom, you have a lanyard hole. Moving on towards the other side, you get another 428C knife blade, this time in more of a sheep's foot shape that's fully serrated. This is great for cutting fibrous materials. Next tool on this side is a saw. This is great for cutting things like wood and PVC pipes. And next up, we get the signature combination tool found on pretty much all Leatherman tools, and that is the combination bottle opener, can opener, and wire stripper. And lastly, on the rebar, we have a 3D Phillips head driver that is in the standard size. While the rebar does sacrifice one-hand operability as well as better blade clearance, it makes up for it in its nice and compact size that's comparable to the original PST, and also features a much lower price tag than similar tools in its price range like the Wave and Charge. It's definitely a great mid-range Leatherman option if you're looking for a full-size Leatherman tool with a good amount of tools, as well as premium features like replaceable wire cutters and all locking tools. So what do you guys think of the Leatherman Rebar? I'd definitely like to know down in the comments. Another big thanks to Huckberry for sending the rebar my way. If you guys would like to pick up a rebar for yourself and also support the channel, I've left an affiliate link in the description as well as the pinned comment. So that's gonna do it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, follow me on my socials. If you really love the review, please consider leaving a super thanks in the tip jar below, and thanks for watching.